I've recently bought a Sinclair QL, which we have here. It powered on, which is a success. I do have an Atari ST, which sort of went fizzle fizzle pop when I tried to turn that on, but that's because obviously issues with power supply. Got a replacement power supply for that, but I'll do that in another video to replace that. But for the moment, got this QL, it powered on, but when typing on the keyboard, nothing happened. So I think normally you press F1 or F2, which will give you a choice between a monitor and a TV. I did have it plugged into the just a standard RF into a TV, which gave a very sort of saturated view, but I do have a SCART adapter for it, which I'll also try out once I get this sorted. So the keyboard didn't work, couldn't press F1, F2 to select, consequently nothing else happened. So I'd rather assume that the keyboard membrane has degraded. So I have purchased a replacement membrane, which somebody has manufactured, because it seems to be totally brand new, and without reading any instructions on how to do it or any examples, I'm actually just going to give it a go to see if we can actually replace this. So give it a go. So it's a little bit dusty. What we do have is a bunch of screws. So I believe I've got one here, 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 and oh, there's one there. And I don't know if there are any others. Oh, we seem to have some screws here, 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 and here. Not sure what that holds on, but we shall have a voyage of discovery to find out what screws. I think that actually holds the case on. I think, well, I think that's the plastic. I think that's just from a plastic injection mould from when these cases were originally made. So I guess we'll give it a go to find out which ones actually undo it or not. So I believe this was stored originally. Oops, I don't think it's actually ever been undone. So let's I don't seem to have anything to put the screws in, so hopefully I will not lose them. So for the moment I'll sort of stick them elsewhere. Let's discover what undoes what. So far all the screws seem to be the same size. Let's see, what does that do? That doesn't seem to have loosened up anything too much at the moment. So the back of the case seems to be slightly looser. Let's go for another screw. Can we see what's been held in? Nope, can't. Oops, what's that? Oh, I wonder what that does. So there's a little thing here. Don't know what it does. It sort of makes some creaking sounds. Oh, actually, it seems to be. Okay. Looks like this has been undone previously, because I think this looks like a clip that should be held on the inside. So yes, so this has actually been opened previously. So let's aim for some more screws. Let's see what falls off. Ooh. Okay, so that one's a long screw. Oh, another long screw. Could be very much so that these are actually what's holding the case together. I'm going to find out what that one's for. Hopefully it won't cause the motherboard to fall out. So let's just do the one over here too. And another long screw. So we have 4 short screws and 4 long screws. Oh, that looks like to be about it. Aha. Okay, so it looks like, there we go, found it. So the keyboard doesn't work because it's broke here, and as I've pulled it apart slightly, it's now just come away. Okay, so, oops, oh, that's very degraded. See if I can make sure this comes out in one piece. Yeah, that looks like it's one piece. I've got some more. And that looks like it's come out in one piece too. Oh, that's positive. So yeah, so very much why it did not work. Okay, so fortunately didn't actually undo the bottom bit, otherwise I guess our motherboard could have fallen out. Okay, so we've got an expansion socket here, which it looks like it's possibly a breakthrough bit at the side here, which could be used to plug in cartridges. Ooh, that's dodgy. A couple resistors which are taped across. What do we have? Processor, a chip. Got lots of chips. I guess there's a couple ROM chips, which possibly are these. I assume these are memory chips. And we have our micro drive cartridges, which look to be in reasonable order. Let's just have a look. Just a little swell just to see if there's. There seems to be very much dust in here, which is good. I think it's mostly being boxed. Dust coming out. So my original test was with RF adapter here, which was a pretty shocking picture. Okay, so keyboard. So I assume that as we're looking at this way, the membrane sort of goes in this way, or it is possibly being folded back. Yep, short one, long one. So we have metal strips on this side, and over here we have metal strips on this side. So this will go in like this. Cool. Right, let's see. Yeah, this does very much look like it's the original bits. Very much falling apart. Very degraded inside. So how do we take this apart? Is that all one there? To see why this was soldered like this. I guess there was some obviously modded bits to do, but anyway, for the moment, a bit bleed through, so the sun's opening outside. Let's just cut them. It's causing a bit of focus issues and a bit of saturation because it's cloudy, but hopefully this should remain okay. So hopefully our keys don't fall out. Okay, this matches the screw holes I've seen here. So we've got some, oh dear, that bleed through from the sun outside is not great. Oh no, okay, sun's gone back in again. So it's the same length. Okay, so it seems to be the same length as the external case. Okay, that's fine. But let's just have a little pile of these elsewhere. More screws. Seems to be the same length. Another screw. Another 2 screws. Wow, there is a lot of screws. Oh, we should take a note of where I was taking them out from. Never mind. We shall discover. Where they came from. Okay, 6 screws. Does that lift off? Ah, that's very straightforward. So if we mash this up, it should go back sort of this way, I assume. So yeah, that looks about right. So let's just put that on the side. Oh, wow, that breaks off even more. Wow, this is very old. Oops. Enough tape there. So, what do we have? We have this. Should line up about there. So hopefully, hold this over. Make sure the holes line up, and we should. Let's have a check. Looks like our holes line up. Okay, let's just adjust this one slightly. Two, so I've got a screw hole there. Okay, so should be able to line up our holes, so that should be about there. Does look like it lines up. Not got any overlapping bits of plastic on the side. Cool. Let's just look at inserting a couple of corner ones first. I believe we are square on. Right. Where did I miss a screw from? Should have been paying more attention. Two, three. Okay, I think we are about there. So should be just able to put cables back in again. think that the sun is really affecting. I have to apologise about that. Saturating the video. So I think we are about in. So it looks like the whoops. Okay, so these were taped down originally, so let's just see if we can stick our finger underneath just to make sure it lines up. So should have 4 short screws along here and 4 long screws here. So long screws. Oops, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess let's just grab the short screws whilst we're putting it all together. So we've got 1. So we'll line them up properly in a minute. That's it, so should be able to go. And I'll do a quick view afterwards of the screen. I'll turn it on, hopefully being able to type something. Came with some microdrive cartridges. I just need to check the sort of felty bits because I did read that they do fall apart, so I might have to refelt them. And see where we go from there. Absolutely no idea of how to use a QL because I've never actually had one before. I've typed away on the keyboard a bit on one many years ago, probably when they originally came out, but that was about it. So it's a little bit dustier, let's give this a little bit of a clean up at some point. So it has been used, so it certainly has been used before. Just the person it came from was cleaning out their father-in-law's place and have actually came across a QL, a Sinclair QL, which was missing a plug, so we'll find out if that works. An ST, a 520 ST, so an Atari, that fell apart. Well, sorry, that didn't fall apart. That sort of went fizzle pop when I turned it on, so I have a replacement power supply for that too. So I shall give that a go in another video. So for the moment, let's just pause this and give it a go plugging it in. So we're plugged in, got the QL here, so we shall see whether our keyboard change works. Let's just hit the power. And see if we get, oops, let's see, not that one, let's try a different input. It didn't quite work. Okay. So it looks like the input is not being picked up correctly. I'll have to go back to the rubbish RF modulator, I think. Okay, so it looks like we have some dodgy connections, but it seems, oh, I haven't got enough hands now. So we picked up, oops, correctly. So I'm just having to wiggle the cable a little bit here. To check the solder joints. Oh, nearly had it. Nearly hold this for a moment. Well, I've plugged in the RF modulator and it does actually work. And I can't seem to find the delete key on the keyboard. But we can go back. So, oh, now that is interesting. What's this escape do? Nothing. Oop, press shift escape and get some funny keys. How interesting. There seems to be a lack of delete key. I guess there was a way of doing this at some point. Work out what that is.